All right.
It's time to become the best version of yourself and help others do the same. It's Monday morning and we're talking success.
Hello, Soul family. Jordan Peterson coming at you live from our Soul Studios here in Pleasant Grove, Utah. Today is March 13th, and I'm so glad you're able to join with me live. As always, if this is your first time joining us, make sure you chime in to let us know you are out there. Even if this is your 100th time joining us, make sure you chime in. We can't see you unless you chime in and let us know you're there, and that's very important because we have some great stuff we're giving away today, and we want to make sure we get your name into the bucket of fun. If you're on there with a business account or a pseudo name of some sort and we don't know who you are, make sure you type in at least your name or your account number so we know who you are so we can get you taken care of. Sound good? All right, and every time I look to my left, that's because I'm looking at your live comment stream. I can see everything you guys are saying. So make sure you type in and let us know you're there. Sound good? And as always, give us a thumbs up if you have registered for Soul Ignite because we've got a special drawing we're going to give something away for that. So we got you taken care of today, all right? Now, what are we giving away, you might ask? Well, that's a great question. First off, this segment is brought to you by Cinemate because it's always brought to you by Cinemate because I love it. So good. Make sure we get the branding going on perfectly right there. Get you taken care of. All right, we've got a little bit of a theme going on today. We are giving away some of our fantastic bottles for our drinks. Got 3 going on right there. And guys, these are fantastic. You consider yourself lucky if you win one today. And not only that though, we have a special drawing as well for a little mystery pouch. For those that have registered for Ignite already, we'll do a special drawing at the end. See if you can win one of these. And it's even possible for you guys to win one of these and this because we put your names in both buckets, okay? So there's a high incentive to get registered for Ignite so you can get taken care of. And as always, the price goes up the closer we get to it. So if you don't register in March, in April 1st, the price goes up. So make sure you get registered and taken care of. Get your team there, get your Celebrate team there so we can make sure we give you a great reward for that as well. Sound good? We got it all figured out. Look at that seashell pony stepping up to the plate, throwing out her name, Michelle. Thank you. I appreciate that. So good to have you here. And as McKady says, she's finally registered and so excited, and we're excited for you guys to come. There's going to be so many great things happening there. If you think you've registered, just double check. Go into your order history and double check that you have an order there. Some people just go through the process of just putting their name on that registration page, never actually pay for it and create the order. So make sure if you have any questions, make sure you double check that, and you should be in a good position. All right. We'll be sending out emails and other information to those that have registered. So just know if you're not getting anything, then you may not have done it. So we'll start doing that probably this week or next week. So make sure you double check. Sound good? Awesome. Now, as always, we love to take care of you for all the wonderful things you're doing and do a little recognition for you. So we do that in this little segment we call Rock and Roll. And let's jump into that right now. Our top 10 enrollers for the past week, which was March 6th through the 12th. Coming in at number 10, we have Valerie Bledsoe. Well done, Val. We have Perla Uribe. We've got Genoveva Valencia as well. Coming in at 7, we've got Veronica Martinez. At 6, Crystal Guzman. Coming in at number 5, we've got Maricela Zepeda. At 4, we got Jochitl Castellanos. At 3, Mateo Francisco. At 2, Healthy Energy. And coming in at number 1, we've got Guadalupe Mendoza. Congratulations to all of you who have been bringing people into the Soul family, helping them achieve whatever health or financial goals they are looking for, and just inviting them to be a part of this great movement that we have going on, helping everybody alleviate and manage stress better. So I love it. Congratulations to all of you. Now, that ties into our next segment. And for those who've been watching for the last few months, you know exactly what we're talking about now, which is our Soul to Soul. You guys, this last week, during our rock and roll segment that we talked about, the average order there was just under $267 per order, okay? We have 3 weeks left of Soul to Soul. If you have not even started, haven't signed up a single person, which is highly unlikely because we have a huge list of people that have started, you'll need about one person a day at that average in order to qualify. If you have nothing going on right now, you need about $1,800 a week and you will get there. We are 90% of the way done with qualification for the volume qualification. And remember, you need to be at least a Soul Leader 7K by the end of March, and you have to hold that or grow it throughout the rest of the qualification period. As of right now, I checked it right before I jumped on. We have 61 accounts that are fully ready to go with us. Our top accounts are still over 600% of the way qualified. There's plenty of opportunity to continue to grow. So we have 61 accounts qualified. We've got 19 more that are on track, meaning they're at 90% or above. Guys, this is going to be the biggest event we've ever had as far as a soul-to-soul qualification. I'm so excited for you. We have 13 more accounts outside of those 19 that are within about $1,000 of qualifying. So we've got a huge group coming, guys. We could have up to 200 people coming, which is awesome, which I love. We have 929 accounts that have started the process, and I'm guessing that everybody on this right now is part of that. So let's make sure that we keep going, all right? McKady says she is 98% of the way qualified. She is so close, and we still got 3 weeks to go. So let's make sure we're doing all right. If you are listening to me right now and you are not qualified, let's figure out how to get you qualified, because you got to come with us. And with that, we have a little bit of insight about Costa Rica. It is one of the happiest countries on earth, according to the Happiness Index, and its best known motto is Pura Vida. Pura Vida. Pura Vida means pure life, for those of you who don't speak Spanish. It is also an acceptable saying if somebody asks you how you're doing, or if you just see somebody across the way. It's completely acceptable to holler out to them, Pura Vida. It's so great. So make sure that you guys practice that on your way there. Also, it is the safest country in Latin America. So for those who might be a little bit nervous about going to Latin America, it is the safest country in Latin America with very low crime and high political stability. So they've got a lot going on there. And as we talked about before, completely crazily biodiverse. Over 5% of the biodiversity, meaning animal life, bird life, fish life, all that, are found in Costa Rica. So there's so much to go on, guys. It's going to be wonderful. Yeah, Maria, you got it nailed already. Look at you, Pura Vida. I love it. So it's going to be such a great time. Make sure you come with us. Now, today we are going to talk about an awesome ingredient that we put in multiple of our products. This ingredient is known as Indian ginseng, winterberry, or its scientific name, Withania somnifera. I hope I pronounced that right. I don't know where the accents are on those crazy Latin words, okay? This shrub's roots and berries have been used for centuries to do a number of magical things, guys, and we're gonna talk about those right now. Do you know what we're talking about? This fantastic shrub is found in Adaptable. It's also found in Soul Vital, guys, and this is just such a good one. This is such a good one. As I was looking through my notes today, I thought to myself, I can't believe we haven't talked about this. And if we have talked about it, it's been a long time, because I didn't even find it in my recent notes. And that fantastic shrub, also known as a winterberry, also known as, or winter cherry, and also known as Indian ginseng, is ashwagandha. We're talking about ashwagandha today. And what does ashwagandha do for us? Well, it is best known for its stress relieving properties, which ties in so perfectly with what we got going on here, right? There's so many different things that can cause stress in our life, whether they're internal, external, social, financial, all the stuff, right? Mental. And man, we love that it's so good, right? Cynthia says, I love Soul Vital, it's my favorite drink. Yeah, it's so good in there, right? And there's so many different products that it's in. It says ashwagandha is perhaps best known for its stress relieving properties. Several studies highlight this advantage, observing ashwagandha's ability to decrease participants' stress and anxiety levels significantly. One particular study indicated that ashwagandha can benefit sleep quality as well. Researchers confirmed participants slept much better with doses of the herb compared to placebo doses, which ties us into a fantastic thing we're doing this week, you guys. This week, we are focusing on sleep awareness. You guys are going to see a ton of stuff coming through our social media. And think about how well this ties in. One, when you're feeling well, you usually sleep well. When your stress is managed correctly, you usually sleep well, right? So there's so many things we got going on that tie directly into that. And then when we're sleeping well, we actually feel better. Most things kind of seem to magically disappear if we're getting enough water and we're sleeping well, right? And so we're going to focus a lot on that this week. You're going to see a lot more coming out with that. Another benefit of old ashwagandha, it lowers blood sugar and fat. It says a couple of small clinical studies found ashwagandha to be helpful in reducing blood glucose levels and triglycerides. One study likened ashwagandha's blood sugar lowering effects to those of different medications prescribed for type 2 diabetes, which is awesome. Number 3, it increases muscle and strength. So you make sure your husbands and boyfriends and sons and everybody else are trying this out. It says researchers continue to study ashwagandha's efficacy in improving muscle strength and size. One study found participants experienced increased speed and strength. Another study observed an increase in muscle power alongside a lower body fat percentage and reduced cholesterol levels when ashwagandha was consumed. Some participants also experienced better sleep, as we talked about before, right? It says ashwagandha treatments produced positive results in another study conducted solely with male participants. Compared to the placebo group, men who received ashwagandha saw significant gains in muscle strength, and they measured that using a bench press and leg extension exercises, which if you ever go to the gym, that's usually what guys are just doing because we know how to do it and we think it makes us look good. And muscle size in their arms and chests, as well as significant reduction in body fat percentage and post-workout muscle damage. Nice, that's awesome. Let's talk what else is great for. Number 4, women, we're not leaving you out on this, okay? It might help muscle size in men, but it improves sexual function in women. It says at least one clinical study indicates ashwagandha can benefit women experiencing sexual dysfunction. The administration of ashwagandha resulted in significant improvements in arousal, lubrication, orgasm, and satisfaction, as self-reported by the participants. It also significantly improved the number of successful sexual encounters and improved metrics of distress around their sex lives and sexuality. And think about that, especially for women, sexual encounters, it's a lot going on with the mind and brain. If you're feeling comfortable, if you're feeling loved, if you're feeling taken care of, things work better, right? And if we're able to lower that stress amount that we're feeling due to taking ashwagandha, everything else works better, right? Makes perfect sense. Number 5, boosts fertility and testosterone levels in men. Ashwagandha may also provide reproductive benefits for men. Administering ashwagandha to infertile men has shown to improve sperm quality significantly by rebalancing reproductive hormone levels. After one study, 14% of the male patient's partners became pregnant. It's a pretty good result, 14%. Separately, in a stress-related ashwagandha study, researchers found the herb increased testosterone levels in male, but not female participants. That's what we love to talk about with these adaptogenic herbs, right? They help you with what you need help with, right? We would hate for women to all of a sudden have a spike in testosterone levels, their hormones go out of balance, all of a sudden they start growing facial hair if they don't want it, and different things going on, right? Another study testing ashwagandha's effect on muscle strength in men also measured a significant increase in testosterone, which is wonderful because the older we get as men, the less testosterone we get, start gaining weight, lose muscle mass, all that good stuff. So we want to make sure we're keeping those hormones in check. Number 6, it sharpens focus and memory. Ashwagandha may also help improve cognition, memory, and the ability to perform motor responses after instruction. Small studies have found that compared to a placebo, ashwagandha significantly improved participants' reaction times during cognition and psychomotor tests, which measure the ability to respond to instructions and perform an indicated action. It also shows that it improved participants' attention spans as well as their immediate and general memory across a variety of tests. I'm telling you guys, this thing is unbelievable. No wonder we put it in everything, right? Tanya says, I want muscle strength too. I think you should. I think these are great, right? Let's keep going. Supports heart health as well. At least 2 studies have shown that ashwagandha can increase VO2 max levels, which is the maximum amount of oxygen you take in while physically exerting yourself. These levels are used to measure cardiorespiratory endurance, how well the heart and lungs deliver oxygen to muscles during physical activity. Thus, higher VO2 max levels can indicate a healthy heart that performs well under those circumstances. With all that said, this one study's results may not apply universally since it was conducted with healthy athletic adults. So there may be a little bit of a discretion going on there, right? So there's so much stuff going on. It's just fantastic. The 7 benefits of ashwagandha: relieves stress and anxiety, lowers blood sugar and fat, increases muscle and strength, improves sexual function in women, boosts fertility and testosterone levels in men, sharpens focus and memory, and supports heart health. Man, it's a good one, guys. It's so good. We'll be writing a blog about this as well, so we'll get all this information out to you and send it out. So you're going to see it. All right? Sound good? We have a great product testimonial as well we wanted to show you right here. It says greens in one drink, hydration, needed nutrition, pre and post workout drink, and my all-in-one vitamins and minerals drink. Vital gives me all day energy and nutrition. And isn't that what it's all about? Isn't that what it's all about? Guys, we got so much going on with this. I love it. Now, we're going to go a little different today. Usually I give you some business insight or personal development stuff. Today, I wanted to focus on a few words that we may hear often, but not fully understand. Now, tell me if this has ever happened to you. Have you ever met somebody and you find out what their name is, and then you forget promptly, because that's what we do. We're terrible at remembering names unless you really internalize it, right? Most of us just blow it off. We're too busy thinking about what we're going to say, what joke we're going to tell, or whatever else, and so we forget the name. But then we see this person all the time, so we chat with them all the time. We know them. We just have forgotten their name. And you get to a point where you know them too well to be able to ask what their name is, right? Has that ever happened to you guys? I had it happen to me yesterday. There's this kid that I see all the time at some of the stuff I go and do, and we chat every time we see each other. But it's been too long now, and he knows my name. He calls me my name, and I'm always just like, hey, bud, how's it going? So it's too late now to be able to ask him what his name is. So now I got to figure out a way to ask somebody who knows him to figure all this stuff out. We'll get it figured out, don't worry. But some of you may have been in that same boat, right? Yeah, I'm seeing it right now, right? Michelle says all the time, that's me. Diane, all the time. Rebecca, yes, like we all do it, right? Now there may be some words that we use in soul and around this whole natural health industry that we hear all the time. We think we know what they mean, but in reality, maybe we don't fully understand what they mean, but we've heard them so much, it's kind of awkward to ask somebody what they mean. That's what we're going to cover today. All right? You guys ready for this? First off, the first word we're going to talk about is homeopathy. Homeopathy, or homeopathic, you may have heard that as well, right? A homeopathic doctor uses homeopathy to help do whatever they're going to do. So what does that really mean? You guys want to take some guesses? Here we go. Let's see if you got it, okay? Let me give you a background a little bit on homeopathic medicine, though. It was developed in the late 1700s in Germany. It's common in many European countries, but it's not quite as popular in the United States just yet. Okay, it's getting a little bit more popular, and there's a lot of people that are starting to focus on it and do it. And it is different than modern generalized medicine, Western medicine, oftentimes we call it, where Western medicine is something where we focus on using medicine to alleviate symptoms or cure or do whatever we're doing, right? Homeopathy is a little bit different, okay? Sherry says, like cares like. Yep, absolutely, right? That's one thing that they focus on a lot. And what that means is this. It's a medical system based on the belief that the body can cure itself, that it can cure itself. And they use little bits and pieces of herbs or other things in order to help the body maintain balance and figure out what's going on. And what Sherry's talking about is, and Chris here, like heals like, oftentimes they'll look at things and say, well, you know what? An onion makes your eyes water. Now, what else makes your eyes water? Well, allergies make your eyes water. So onions could perhaps help with allergies, right? So there's a lot going on there. But it's a medical system based on the belief that the body can cure itself. And so a lot of homeopathic doctors love what we have because it gives the body what it needs in order to heal itself, right? As Lydia says, the body can cure itself when given the right tools, right? I love it. Another term that we hear often that maybe we don't fully understand is the term holistic. Holistic. People throw it out there all the time. They talk about different products being holistic, and they talk about even methods of doing things as holistic. What does holistic mean, though? Here we go. Holistic is characterized by the belief that the parts of something are interconnected and can be explained only by reference to the whole. So what does that mean? Okay. In medicine, it's characterized by the treatment of the whole person, taking into account mental and social factors rather than just the symptoms of an illness. So if you look at what we're doing with soul and we talk about the mind-body connection, that's the holistic connection we're talking about. We're not looking at just one thing individually. We like to focus on everything as a whole, because if we treat the whole, then everything else gets better, right? As Lydia says, look at the body as a whole and not body parts, right? Sherry says, concentrating on holism. Chris says, looking at the whole body. Dolores, mind, body, health, right? I love it. Terry, holistic medicine attempts to treat both the mind and the body. Great definitions, guys. You guys are all over it, right? I love it. And as Chris says, it even brings in the spiritual thing, right? I love it. Oh, you guys are awesome. The next one, Ayurvedic. Ayurvedic medicine. We hear that word thrown around a little bit, and you only ever really hear it in terms of Ayurvedic medicine. You don't hear them throwing it. You're not at a football game and somebody throws out that word. You're not at the store and somebody throws out that word, right? So you may think to yourself, like, what in the world does that mean? And where is it from? First off, do you know where Ayurvedic medicine comes from? Dolores nailed it. Indian herbs, right? It says Ayurvedic medicine is the ancient Indian medical system, also known as Ayurveda, is based on ancient writings that rely on a natural and holistic approach to physical and mental health. Ayurvedic medicine is one of the world's oldest medical systems and remains one of India's traditional healthcare systems. So they still have it going on, right? Terry says Ayurvedic treatment combines products mainly derived from plants, but may also include animal, metal, and mineral, diet, exercise, and lifestyle. You guys nailing this stuff. I love it. I love it. You guys are killing it. Okay, we also have another one, commonly misunderstood. And there's different definitions of it, so we're going to focus on all of them, right? This one is the word organic. Organic. Now, if you look at the definition of organic, it's a little bit different than when we're talking about organic foods, right? Because one thing when we're focused on organic foods, we're hoping that means they're pesticide and herbicide free. And is that what we're finding in everything? Is it? We hope so. That's why we spend extra money for it, right? But let's talk a little bit about what that really is. If you simply Google are organic foods pesticide and herbicide free, this is what you get. You get the term not always. Isn't that interesting? You're like, gosh, dang it. It says organic farming only allows for the use of organic pesticides that avoid man-made chemicals at all costs. You're like, oh, that's great. And then it keeps going. Unless there is no other option. Gosh darn it. So it is organic unless there's no other option. Then we use pesticides, herbicides, anything else, right? Farmers must use other methods of non-chemical pest control first before using any man-made pesticides. So there are some things that can truly be certified organic that truly don't have herbicides and pesticides in them, but you'd be surprised at what people can get away with as long as they try to use the non-man-made stuff first. And oh gosh darn it, that didn't quite work. So now we can use the other and still be certified organic, and everybody feels good thinking it is what it is, but gosh, it just quite isn't what we were hoping for. Bummer, right? As Kristen Alexander says, at all costs doesn't mean 100%. And that's absolutely true. So you may ask yourselves, are all of Sol's products certified organic? And the answer is no, they're not. Some aren't. Some are, some aren't. But what we want to do is take it one step level deeper. We want to say, you know what? Why are we looking at an organic product? Well, we're looking at it because we hope there's no herbicides and pesticides in it. So what should we do to verify that? Well, we get it third-party tested. And they look at it down to the very smallest levels and say, are we seeing anything in there that shouldn't be in there? And if there is something in there that shouldn't be in there, what do? We reject it, send it on back. We don't buy it, we don't need it, we don't want it. And the best thing about this is the third-party tester that does it for us, he doesn't care either way. He gets paid for running the test. He doesn't get paid for the results of the test. So he's more than happy to give us the results and say, hey, this looks terrible, don't use it. And we send it back, right? Luckily for us, Blake has been in this industry for a really long time. So that means he uses reputable suppliers that aren't just throwing junk and stuff trying to make a buck, because they'll get caught anyway. And so there's no point in even working with them, right? So that's one big thing we're looking at, right? And we're going to keep talking more about this to make sure we're all in a good spot. So those are the 4 words you may hear but not fully understand. And we're going to keep adding to this list and talking more about it as we continue to move on. But we want to make sure you understood those. Homeopathy, holistic, Ayurvedic, and organic are the 4 we covered today. Sound good? Any questions on any of that? We got it. It's, as Michelle says, it's better than organic. Yeah, because organic is just a term we're hoping to that means something. But why? Let's not hope for it. Let's actually test it and make sure we're in a good spot. Okay? Sound good? All right. Now, as a reminder, register for Ignite. The price goes up April 1st. Again, check your order history. If you thought you may have done it and are not quite sure, just check it, make sure it's in there. You'll see it in there. It'll be taking care of you. And if you haven't tried Adaptable or Soul Vital or any of our other products that have ashwagandha in it, man, give it a shot. There's so many great benefits that come from it. All right? Sounds good. Now let's jump into one of your favorite segments. I don't know if it's your favorite anymore. We're going to line these all up here. I know you guys love winning stuff. You love starting off your week with a little bit of good luck, feeling like you can conquer the world. And I don't blame you. I'm going to move those back just a little bit so they're not blurry. And we'll get that nice and looking good there. Now we got 2 buckets here. The big bucket is the non-Soul Ignite signer-uppers that are on live watching us right now. The little bucket are for those that actually signed up for Ignite that are watching right now. Okay, so we got 2 going on. And I hope soon that this bucket is full of Ignite people, and then we just have a few that aren't. But right now they're about even. So let's see what we got going on here. We're gonna go right to left. So we're gonna start with this fantastic vacuum sealed Soul Naturals bottle that you guys are gonna love. And here we go. Chris says flight just went down a little too. That's good. We hope so. Everything's so expensive nowadays, right? The winner of the Green Vital bottle is Chris Lott. Yippee! Chris Lott, you are the winner, my man. Driving across country right now. You are taken care of. We also have this blue Infatuate bottle. And here we go. The winner of that is Dolores Ancona, Granny D down in Louisiana. You got yourself the Infatuate bottle. And last but not least, you can tell I'm not cheating. I'm not even looking at these things. Charlotte Sullivan. Ooh. Charlotte Sullivan, you got yourself the fantastic Soul Natural shaker bottle right there down in Texas. You got you covered. And let's put that to the side right here. We're going to still let you see it just a little bit because it looks so good with that green on it. Move that like that. And we're going to jump into the mystery pouch full of good stuff. And it is packed today. And this is going to be for one of the people that have signed up for Ignite that are also on. And here we go. The winner of this one is Maria Pantosa. Maria Pantosa. I thought I saw you on there. Just Pandoya. Oh, that's a J. Pandoya. Maria Pandoya. You have won yourself the mystery pouch. Thank you for registering for Ignite and being on with us live. You are the winner today. The rest of your week's gonna go fantastic because you start off Monday winning. Gosh, that's an amazing thing we do here. All right, guys. Well, as always, keep sharing soul. We'll see you again soon. Sure love you, and we'll see you next time.